to attention scouts, it's time for another 30 Days Reforged 5v3 custom siege battle replay today. Today's replay is sent to me by Eclipse 2500 of the darkcloud. We have Mordor here going up against 3 armies of Numenor today. And now, if you'd like to see me through other Reforged replays like this, or other Total War replays like from Napoleon Total War 3, Rome 2, Warhammer 2, just to name a few, you can send the links here displayed on your screen, which are my email at scoutsoфentertainment@gmail.com, my Discord ID, we can post replays to me directly on the Discord, or you can also join, there's also a link there to join my Discord server at Scouts Reconnaissance, where you can post all manner of Total War replays into the Battle Replay sub-channel you will find there. I also have various funding options available, including my brand new Teespring store, which I finally got up and running. It's in its early days, but there are a couple of things there on offer for you guys to enjoy. But if you want to support the channel in other ways, don't forget to smash the like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and tick that bell for notifications so you stay up to date with all latest content as it drops. Leave your own thoughts about this battle in the comment section below. And so the Mordor players today are Eclipse 2500 of the darkcloud. We'll cut out the units as we see them as the battle unfolds, as it will get actually very repetitive. But all the Mordor armies are slightly different. Each has its own version of strength, which you'll find. Our next Mordor player is Voy. Third player is myself, actually, commanding the center army. Moving along here, we have Frogie, good old Frogie. And our final Mordor player today is StormHawk. Our defenders, our attackers, I should say. You don't usually see 3 armies on the attack, but today we do. The first Numenor army is Meven. And our next player is Langoh. Our final player, or final Numenorian player, is Frodoor Baggins. And so we actually have a bit of time here on our hands, so we'll go through some of the units here in front of us. We've got some Belgian footmen here out front. He's got here some Adudium Shadowbows. We've got some Numenorian cohort. 2 units of Shield Guard, I think there. Some Balaga Pikemen. 2 units of Numenor Sentinels. Some Seafarers of Nindamos. Royal Legion of Amedalos. And Pharazim Swordmasters. They got a crap ton of Pharazim Swordmasters today. At least 6 units. Over here with some Belgian footmen here. Going around for a flanking maneuver, it would seem. This canyon is full of choke points and various paths. But basically, the Numenor's goal today is to capture Sauron's citadel up here. This is the area all 5 armies are trying to hold and must defend. It's got a little similar feel to Dol Guldur, but you know, this is its own map. It's a great map to play on. We all had a blast. We'll go through the other Numenorian armies as we wait for the attack to begin. Now, Langoh's army here, he's got some steel bows out front. He's got some Royal Legion of Amedalos. Each player today does have 2 units of Pharazim Swordmasters. We've got some Numenor Royal Guard here, 2 units here for Langoh. He's also got Trebuchet, some Numenor Sentinels, a couple of units there. About 3 units of cohort that I can see right now. 2 units of Shield Guard there. 2 more units of cohort, make that 3 actually. And I think that's it there for him. We're back to Frodoor here. Alright. And Meven here has 3 units of Shield Guard. He's got 3 units of Belagar Archers. We've got some Numenorian cohort here, about 3 units. We also got about, well, maybe 4 or 5, I don't know. We've got some Seafarers and Nindamos embedded in there. As I said, Pharazim Swordmasters, 2 units of Numenor Sentinels, and some Numenorian Shield Guard up there. Alright. Now, I actually send one of my units forward soon, I think. I can see Langoh moving up towards Eclipse and Voy. I'm in charge of these 2 choke points here. And yeah, I sent out my Orc Archers to take some pot shots here at Meven. And as these Belagar Archers, you've got 3 units of Belagar Archers here. And they're all nicely close together. And I figured a spray from the Orc Archers, you know, couldn't hurt. I think I've just opened fire. No kills. I got 4 kills there. 4 kills, not bad. They are Orc Archers, not Moron Archers. And now he's starting to return fire here. And as good as that was, I am starting to take a few casualties. It is 3 on 1, and my troops are not actually in loose formation. They just sort of spread themselves out on their own. But as you can see, I'm taking casualties very quickly, so I pull out of there for now. It was worth a shot. Now, unlike the rest of my team today, my army does have 2 units of Olakai. I don't know if other players had 2 units of Alakai. I definitely know I did. That was one of the differentiating factors of my army. I don't have any Nazgul in my army either. I got 2 units of Mordor on guard here. Voy here has some Mordor on guard as well, and some Mordor infantry here. I got 1 unit of Orc Javelins. I got, second unit of Orc Archers there. And up here I got some Orc Maulers, couple units. With my Orc Javies, I got some Mordor infantry. I got 4 units of Mordor infantry. 2 units of Mordor Halberds. That's the Eclipse's units there. I got 2 units of Sauron's Will. 3 units of Sauron's Will, I'm sorry. And some Uruk Captains as well, sorry there. Got something caught in my throat. I don't have any Blackguard of Barad-dûr either. Eclipse here has some Orc Maulers. He's got about 3 units of them. Mordor infantry, a couple of units there. Sauron's Will, 2 units of Blackguard. Orc Javelins, Temple Guard. I don't have any Temple Guard or Temple Executioners. Voy here has some Temple Executioners armoured up. He's also got some Uruk Captains and Temple Guard. He's also got some Minas Morgul Chosen. Orc Maulers, Minas Morgul Chosen again. Mordor infantry. Orc Javelins and Mordor Halberds. Yeah, we've got a few units of Orc Javelins here. Some more on guard there. More Orc Maulers, Orc Javies. We got more on infantry, more on guard. Temple Guard again, Orc Javies, Orc Archers, Javelins again. Like a footman over there, but that belongs to Frodoor Baggins. More on infantry and Orc Maulers. So yeah, Langoh's getting closer on this side. He's not really moving up to engage me here. Meven's moving past, he's not moving up towards me. He's got 1 unit of Bellager Archers just protecting his right flank as he moves up. This way leads towards me as well, but Froggy's got some units here guarding the area. He's got some more on guard here, and more on Archers. 2 units of them. More on infantry again. We've got some more on Halberds, infantry. Halberds, infantry, 2 units of each there. Another 2 units of more on Halberds and infantry, jeez. 2 units of Halberds there, belong to StormHawk. More on infantry, Sauron's Will. More on infantry and infantry. Now, only a couple players I think have Nazgul in their armies. We've got Blackguard Barad-dûr, a couple units there. Orc Maulers, 2 units there. Orc Javies, Minas Morgul Chosen, 2 units there. That's another thing, by the way, all the units here I think are on huge settings. And Eclipse and his team there worked very hard to try and balance this thing out to make it as fair as possible. Oh yeah, I also have a catapult which I didn't notice before. That's Eclipse actually firing. I think maybe he got 1 lucky shot there. He took out just 1 guy. Trebuchet crew not firing. That one was a bit better, that shot. Okay. So it was kind of a waiting game. And since Langoh's not coming to me and Meven's moving away, I think about setting up some Orc Archers. And I think I'll start to fire on the Numenor cohort. We'll come back to that in a second. Frodoor refuses to move forward in this direction. He's got a couple of units here and there, but so far no engagement. I just started firing my catapult. Yeah, there's a lot of troops all bunched up here. I figured that maybe I had a shot to get some good kills. I did take out about 7 steel bows, which was good. But, you know, being in loose formation is probably not that worth it. And so, yeah, basically it becomes sort of a waiting game. Got my Orc Archers now firing. At first I thought this would be an alright idea, but it's just 1 unit of cohort, you know, and I want to try and damage as many units as possible. And what was even more interesting is Langoh was not moving forward to engage my archers. Aside from having the catapult, I didn't really have any other nasty surprises waiting for him. My Orc Javelins are way at the back right now, so is my Orlog High. My plan was to always keep them in reserve and not really use them until towards the mid to late game. Now I've moved up my Orc Archers, but that's to try and shoot into all these nicely packed troops of Cohort and Shield Guard. And I'm hitting like 4 or 5 units at once. I thought that was pretty good. Now my Orc Archers are firing to the side of the hill here. I was getting a couple of shots there, but I thought it was worth it, considering all the troops I was hitting. You know, I figure a free hit's a free hit. If he's not going to charge me, I might as well shoot him. And it looks like Eclipse is about to engage with Voy. Langho's moving up on this side. I actually half thought this was Langho's ally. I think Frodoor Baggins before. I didn't realise Langho was attacking multiple choke points at once. Because when I actually said that Langoh wasn't engaging me, so he goes, yeah, I'm fighting. I'm thinking, where are you fighting? I didn't see where you're fighting. And then I realised, yeah, okay, he's over there fighting. But, you know, it suits me fine. Because all his attention is here. Frodoor Baggins has engaged. He's got some Numenor Shield Guard here. And Belaga Footman going up against some Moron on Guard. Moron on Guard's a fairly decent unit, guys. Orkmore's moving up as well. And it's a pretty even fight. In fact, Mordor might have the quality there to take it, as it stands. Langho's trying to come around the huts here. I don't know if he can do that. We got Royal Guard coming in. They're trying to fire. I'm not sure who they're going to try and hit, but we'll see. And so far, Meven's really yet to engage on his end. So, you know, Voy and Eclipse here, they're going to see the first real action of the battle. Because right now I'm sort of playing cat and mouse. It's easy to shoot at somebody that's not shooting back, of course. Yeah, I keep thinking the green is me for some reason. I don't know why. Whoa, what happened there? It could have been a trebuchet shot. Yep, trebuchet's firing, it was from there. Trebuchets are known for their accuracy. Belaga Footman there broke before, but it was reformed. Jeez, look at the Moron Guard infantry. They're surging forward. They're overwhelming Numenor Shield Guard like they're nothing. Numenor Guard here firing into Eclipse's forces, which are densely packed, and they're firing into a nice blob of Voids here, right in their backs. So Void's got to turn these guys around. Okay, they're firing back the Moron infantry. That's actually not a huge loss. Moron infantry is okay, but you know, they're not the best, and they're pretty cheap. We got plenty of Moron infantry to spare. Meanwhile, Lango's got some Royal Guard here being peppered by Orc Archers, and these guys can definitely take a hit from Orc Archers. I tell you what, we were just pounding these kind of units for so long, and they didn't really seem to be going down at all. It was frustrating. Oh, that was a good shot. Yeah, 2 good hits there. Yeah, it was funny. Eclipse was saying, "Scouts, spread out your troops. Spread out your troops." And thinking, what are you talking about? And then I realised, yeah, okay, I should move my troops. Because Langoh was trying to get some revenge and target me with his trebuchet. Okay. My Orc Archers are out of ammunition, and I got more on guard here, and I figured Langoh is not charging at me, so I might as well just go to him. I'm sending out just a couple of units just to take on his cohort, because, you know, they're isolated right now and they're alone. And the added bonus of that was, if I manage to draw more troops of his in, and I just wait till my troops here are depleted, I can fire my catapult in for the... can cross my fingers that I hope I get a really juicy hit, you know? Another thing was, Langoh didn't really have any units over here to shoot at me aside from the Numenor Royal Guard. And I don't think I was going to waste ammo on just my Moron on Guard and Orc Archers, you know? I actually half thought about surging my entire army forward to try and take on Langoh because of these units here. He had no real threat in the area, aside from the Phantom Swordmasters and Royal Legion of Melos, to be fair. But I say real threat from dealing with Shadowbows, Seafarers of Nindermoss, that kind of thing. And Trebuchet was over there. And nowhere near me. And none of his allies were close by either, which was another attractive incentive to attack. But I thought better of it and decided not to do it. But I was considering it for quite a while. StormHawk sending up some more infantry, so StormHawk was actually surging forward as well. He's doing what I was thinking about doing, so I'm interested to see how this actually goes. It's just one unit though of Mordor infantry. He's going to need some help. This is actually a good position. If he can get some Orc Javies up here and some archers. Both the catapults are not in his vicinity, so he can't use them. Temple Guard he could also bring up here as well if he wanted to. I don't think any of us had Adinium Shadowbows in our Mordor armies. I know one or two of us had Olag High. Now this Olag High belongs to StormHawk. He's keeping them nice and safe inside. General units I believe were Uruk captains for all of us. Apologies if I got that wrong. I know my general was in my Uruk captains unit. And Vojtech here has some mere small chosen inside the fortress, more on infantry. Nazgul here belongs to StormHawk. We've got 12 there, Orc Maulers, a few units there. Orc Javies and some Orcs, more Orc Javies and some Sauron's Will. Unit of Blackguard of Barad-dûr, Uruk Captains for Eclipse, and we're on archers here for StormHawk. That's a really cool name, StormHawk. Yeah, more on guard. I think I'm setting up this unit to reinforce this area. I figured I could outflank his Numenor cohort here, so that's why I'm setting up another unit. And again, no one's coming this way right now, so there's no risk of me being outflanked. The units are still too far spread out for me to really want to use my catapult. I mean, I fired one or two shots here and there to sort of test the waters, but I wasn't happy with how it went, so I called it. So I just halted their fire for now. Okay. More on archers. Continue. Well, we're firing into the Numenor guard. Now, Voy here looks like he might have used up all his ammunition. And the AP archers here of Temple Guard, belonging to Eclipse 2500 of the darkcloud, as you can see, have decimated Numenor guard, bringing them down to 33, and they're still firing on them. Eclipse was pretty happy with himself for doing that. And my Orc Javies are here as well. I was actually going to fire into the Numenor guard at the time, but when I got here and I realised how bad the Temple Guard were just whooping their asses, I decided no, he doesn't need me to do anything there. But I saw a fresh unit of cohort here, and I think I direct my Orc Javies over there to sort of, well, damage him a little bit. Not so much to get the kills, but you know, these javelins do a lot of damage. Reading up Frogie, setting up some more Mordor infantry. Orc Javies here belonging to Voight, firing into the backs of some Numenor steel bows out of ammunition. Yeah, wild volley there, that one. And one thing I was actually looking for when I was firing my Javies was, would they be intercepted by the huts here? But much to my pleasure, javelins pass right through them. Not a single one is wasted. But that's what we're going to be careful for. When you first fire a unit, you should just follow your first volley so you can see whether or not the shot's being intercepted by any objects prior to hitting their target. So you just don't continue to waste them and throw your ammunition thinking you've done a lot of damage and got off a lot of kills, but in reality you've done pretty much nothing. That can really bite. Frodoor begins his attack on the Mordor infantry. Eclipse throwing his Orc Javies in. This unit's been through a lot. Anyway, I recall my Orc Javelins. I still got more than half the ammunition left. And I recalled them because I saw this surge from Langoh. Now there's only one unit more on guard here between me and my catapult. This is my unit of orc archers. I was going to run them away, but I thought, I wonder how many shots I can get off before he turns his attention and tries to run at me, and then, you know, that's when he starts turning his attention right there. So, you know, I start running back, and then I realise I got no units in the area. Actually, prior to that surge there from Langoh, I was setting up some additional reinforcements at the time to support this attack up front, because, you know, this one's still going on here. And so this kind of actually worked out in my favour, and it was purely by accident that I had reinforcements in the area at the time. They were intended for a whole different purpose, and they came in very handy when Langoh launched this attack, because yeah, I was able to meet him pretty much in the middle. We also got some good supporting fire there from Frogie with his Mordor archers. He's also setting up some support as well. Now I'm beginning to attack his unit shield guard that he sent up. Now I'm trying to get a shot off him until all his forces moving up. I was really struggling with my catapult today. It just didn't want to hit its targets. And on occasion you got a nice shot like that, but they were few and far between, I tell you what. That's the kind of shot you want, you know, a nice streak and then splash. I was trying to target the Numenor guard as well, because, you know, they're nicely packed up there. My orc archers are firing in along with Mordor archers from Frogie. Again, we fighted these guys together for so long. That was like one of the only few good shots I got on the Royal Guard right there. They're firing point blank here into the back of Mordor halberds. Yeah, it was driving me crazy too. The catapult hit that spot, that direct spot, so many times it frustrated the hell out of me. Now, Belagar archers moving up. Shield guard also moving in. They're firing directly into my Orc Maulers and Frogie's Mordor infantry. So what I do in response is I try to get my Mordor Orc Maulers to charge into the Belagar archers. Sort of try and shut them down. I've got one unit of Silence Will here on the front lines. Put some pressure on the enemy. Langoh's moved up his trebuchet a little bit. His forces are making some ground here. We've got some Doom Shadowbows. They have their blades out. Doesn't mean they're out of ammunition though. As you can see, some of their bows out still. And while Froggy's holding here, he's got Frodoor moving up, putting more pressure on him, but so far he's still holding. And Voy also has reinforcements in the area. So right now we're still looking a bit comfortable. It's 24 to 29%. Eclipse struggling with the catapult too as well. Actually, that's me. Wow. Okay, I still suck. See, my Orc Archer has been firing on the whole time. It's definitely worth a unit worth shooting at. I got Mordor Orc Maulers here in their faces. Slowly killing these guys. Here comes the Royal Legion of Medalos. And you're in cohort. I was looking for the Pharism Swordmasters. They're not here. 27 to 31. Let's go and head over here and see how StormHawk's battle's going. We've got Belagar archers moving up here. Looks like Meven's beating his way through. Looks like a lot of his forces here got killed. Or in retreat, I don't know. The StormHawk's been beaten back over here. We got Meven move around his Belagar archers. And StormHawk's being pushed back here. He's got his Orc Javelins though. They're firing into the Numenor cohort here, in front of Frogie. My Orc archers here out of ammunition, so I'm sending them up. My Orc Javelins, they're trying to fire into the Royal Legion of Amedalos. Langoh doing his best here to protect his forces, moving them as close as he can to my infantry line. Try and get underneath my Orc Javies, which does make things a bit more difficult for me. 29 to 33. And my Orc Maul is more and more streaming forwards, trying to take out those Belagar archers. It is real slow going. Meanwhile, I'm trying to get an angle here on the Royal Legion, but my Orc Javelins are just struggling to find a good firing position. Okay, here comes the Pharaohs and Swordmasters. My Orc Maul's here, they're wavering at 85. And then I had this other bright idea to send up my Orc Javelins through this tiny little gap here to try and outflank and fire into the side of the Royal Legion of Amedalos. I was just really banking on Frogie holding here for as long as he could. These are Pharaohs and Swordmasters trying to carve their way through. I think Meven saw what I was up to here. As you can see, the stud is surged forward. I think he's trying to get to my Orc Javelins at this point. So I was really trying to just pray that Frogie held. The Sea Pharaohs and Numenor are here. They're not firing yet. But Meven's got his Numenor shield guard out front. StormHawk now his Mordor archers, which are out of ammunition. Orc archers firing in here. Anyway, I'm going to head back here briefly. Yep, Orc Javies are firing in. Straight into the side there. And then something happened I wasn't expecting it to. My forces started to surge forward for some reason. We weren't exactly winning, but they were somehow surging forward anyway. That Royal Guard is firing in still. Frogie's troops continue to hold. I'm very proud of Frogie there. Yeah, I couldn't have asked for a better shot. Okay, and this was where I think Langoh was firing his trebuchet into my forces. And finally I heard Langho's call, and that's when I started moving my forces, just spreading them out really. I have no intention of retreating. You know, it's funny, I said, you tell me to spring out, Langoh, and yet you put your forces in between my own. So, you know, I had a little dig at him for that. Meanwhile, Frodoor's continuously surge forward. They're pushing us back bit by bit. Right now it's 41 to 39%. I'm not sure where that's coming from. That's Eclipse's catapult, okay. Just trying to figure out where the hell's mine. Oh, right there. Now, okay, I was trying to fire straight into Langho's Royal Legion, and boy was he pissed. He swore revenge as soon as he saw that. My allies are telling me to bug out with my catapult, and that's when I listened to them. Because now all my troops are broken, there's nothing between me and that catapult, so you know, I start withdrawing them. Try and get them safely behind friendly lines. Safety is right there. Frogie's Mordor infantry continues to hold. My Orc Javelins here, 180, but they're wavering. 41 to 44. Seafarers and Nimos must have used up all the javelins already, but Frogie's looking pretty comfortable there. And we're in shield guard going against the Orc Jebbies. The Orc Jebbies here, 87, still looking alright. Mine end up breaking, if not broken already. 166 wavering and very tired. I lost them when they still had a large number of the troops left, so I was a bit annoyed by that. Meanwhile, StormHawk here might have enacted some sort of trap. He's tried to initiate a strike on all of Meven's forces in the area. Against the Pharaohs and Swordmasters, not doing too great. Meven has things well in hand there. He's trying to see, well, he's got reinforcements in the area. He's just got a couple of units here, just guarding his flank. Blackguard's over here, not doing too much just yet. There's no reason to. Orc Javelins just sort of delaying the enemy right now. That was another good hit there on the Pharaohs and Swordmasters, and I did him Shadow Guard. Or Shadow Bow, sorry. I was happy with that shot. I think I pretty much ran out of ammunition at this point. Meanwhile, Eclipse is trying to hold back Langoh's forces here. He's bringing up the Sentinels. Royal Legion is surging towards my forces here. What I was doing, I was trying to attack his Doom Shadow Bows. I don't know why Langoh was surging them or running them out so far. But, you know, I figured if I can get my forces into them, try and kill as many of them as I can, well, they'll just help us later on. Help us out later on. We're trying to fire into Frogie's forces here. I'm not sure why he decided to pull back, but I decided to try and outflank the Numenor cohort here. Just trying to break Frogie's units. StormHawk sending in reinforcements to help him out. I'm being shot right now in the back by Langoh's forces. .52 to 46. We've got Pharaohs and Swordmasters outflanking my troops, but I don't have anything left to shoot at them with. I've got a catapult. I think I'm... Oh no. I do have some ammunition left, 1 or 2 shots. Oh, I was not happy to see this though. He's firing directly into my Sauron's Will here. And Sauron's Will is not a unit you want to lose too quickly. See how quickly they're falling to that? Now I'm trying to outflank Langoh's forces, but in the back of my mind I'm also keeping an eye on that the Shadow Bows, because look at the angle, they can fire straight into me and destroy this entire unit if they wanted to. So I was very nervous. And I was going to pull these guys out the second I saw them start shooting at me. That's what I was thinking at the time. Just sort of keeping an eye on those Doom Shadow Bows. Seafarers and Nimos here, trying to target Frogie's forces. We're almost through over here. 57 out of 49. Now StormHawk going. Okay, here comes Meven. I think the attackers can come through this way. There's a gatehouse there and 2 sections of the wall down over there. Meanwhile, StormHawk's trying to get his forces inside the fortress. Meanwhile, I'm still outside. And Eclipse still has some forces out here, as does Frogie. Just sort of retreating some of my forces here because I just got too nervous by the Doom Shadowbows. I saw my Mordor halberds were holding by the catapults, and so I think I decided to send in some reinforcements to help them out. Yeah, I am. I sent out some Mordor infantry. Still got a couple units to spare. Where's ammunition still? Mordor archers from Frogie. Meanwhile, since the Doom Shadowbows are gone, I decided to send back in my Sauron's Will. And Mordor halberds continue to face off against the Numenor Sentinels and Steel Bows. And I think I move up my Olog high. I'm looking for a target, and I think about going into a target the Numenor cohort here, or the Shield Guard unit. I was tossing and turning. I was going to go after the Shield Guard, but then I was worried about being surrounded and outflanked by the cohort. So in the end, I decided to go after the cohort. I got 26 trolls here in the fight. And they're just hammering the cohort into the ground. Eclipse sending over some pretty good support. He tells me to pull out because we've got the trebuchet firing in our direction. And they took out 2 trolls there, that one. And Eclipse is telling me to pull out, and I'm just yelling at him saying, they're not listening to me, they're not listening to me! Because, you know, we're pretty much freaking out at this point. We've got to get my trolls out of there. Trebuchet's targeting us right now. Blackguard moved in as well. This area's a magnet for artillery fire. And you got mostly lucky there. No hits on his Blackguard. And people will ask what I was doing right here, and I said, oh, I'm going to just do some charges, and one guy called, like, he's going to do some hammer and anvil kind of attacks. And that was what I was trying to do, just trying to move in and break up enemy forces. Push them back. Phasm Stormmaster moving up. I was advised not to try and take them on. Geez, reloaded. They're going to fire directly into the Phasm Stormmasters. Jeez. Oh, they're targeting my Sauron's Will right in the back. Must be out. New plan was to just send all my trolls over here, try and kill and break these forces, and then run back to the fortress, and not try and take on the Phasm Swordmasters here. Blackguard doing what they do best. Frodoor setting up some fresh unit of sentinels there. In the end, I'm convinced to fall back. Meanwhile, Meven is surrounding the fortress out here, but is not moving in just yet. Oh no, he's moving in some sentinels. My bad. I didn't realise the attack over here began so soon. At the time. Meanwhile, Halberds, Blackguard have this area well in hand. I was retreating, I was told to get my trolls back, and I was going to retreat all the way, but then I saw the seafarers here, isolated and alone, trying to chase after my Uruk captains. They're trying to go after my general. And Meven tries to get him out of there, but my trolls just swarm all over him. Oh, it was so worth it. And I broke him. And that's why you don't exploit too much of a good thing. You take a win and you get out of there. Staying out here would have been suicide. So I'm falling back inside, and as of this time I'm down to my Uruk captains and 2 units of Allag High. I think I'm pretty much out of it, all my other units. I've exhausted all the rest of my army. StormHawk's Municipal Chosen going toe to toe here with the Royal Legion of Melos and Numenor Sentinels. I am a little bit impressed that they're doing so well against these units, considering they're some of the best units that Numenor has to offer. And we know how shit the modern Municipal Chosen can be at times. Sometimes they can be absolute beasts. A lot of times they can break on you, drop the hat, leaving you with your jaw dropped. Trying to understand what the hell happened. Yep, StormHawk's Blackguard here has pushed out the enemy entirely. In fact, he's continuing, you see, surge forward. He's pushed outside the fortress again. And there's very few enemy units out here that can push him back in the area. Now I've got what's left of my Allag High, which is about 18 trolls left, give or take. Yeah, this was funny. I actually told all my trolls to go back inside the fortress, and I went away, and then Eclipse said, "Who's that idiot that sallied out his trolls?" And looking back, I thought, "Oh crap!" And so I was targeting them, saying, "Get back inside, get back inside." It was so slow going, and look at the danger I've got myself into. I'm surrounded by Royal Legion, Pharaohs and Swordmasters, and Narrow Sentinels all around me. Belagar Archers I'm not too concerned about, but the rest I am. And as you can see, the trolls finally start listening to me, finally start going back inside. But yeah, this was costly. This was some sort of pathfinding issue that I didn't count on. I mean, how does it make sense? You tell your trolls to go inside the fortress here, and they proceed to run outside the fortress into the middle of your enemy. And somehow I think that's a good idea. That cost me a few trolls there. I was not happy with that. But I've got about 14 trolls left here. Now, I was going to run my work captains into the Pharaohs and Swordmasters here, but then I saw Langoh suddenly surge forward and redirect my captains to target them, to hold this area, to hold this choke point. Oh look, I've just committed to hold the center one. So yeah, right now the plan is to hold the outer defences, not to fall back. It is 72 here to 68. I have no idea whose troll that is. It's mine. Okay. How is he still alive at this point? These Pharaohs and Swordmasters can take a hit, I tell you what. Now we actually lose Void soonish. Not yet. I think when we fall to the Citadel, which is going to happen soon. That's when we lose Void. $74-70. StormHawk sent up a fresh in a Blackguard of Frodoor. Obviously they're a little winded. My area captain's down to 54. Sentinels are moved up. The Blackguard here, they're all around him. Okay, more on Orc Maulers and more on infantry moving up. Got the Royal Legion moving up, so that's the Numenor General right there. I thought about moving up the moving the Yalakai out of there, but they were doing a good job disrupting enemy formations, making it easier for Orc Maulers from myself and my allies to just get extra kills here, to do extra damage to all the Numenor units. Because it was forcing all the units to fight in basically a 360-degree fashion. Because blades were coming at them from front, behind, side, left to right. Her captaincy down to 37, so almost half strength. Hey, that's what's left of the Royal Legion. Alright, despite having only modern infantry in the area, the line here is holding pretty well. Okay, I didn't realize I was being attacked by front and back of Pharaohs and Swordmasters. And so I saw that all of a sudden our defense here just sort of broke, and I saw Eclipse actually sending out, Sauron's Will to help out his troops here on the right flank, and I said, Eclipse, sending the Sauron's Will here to the middle, we're about to be overrun. Our defense just sort of collapsed. He goes, oh yeah, and he sent it right in there, and he plugged the gap, and he saved that bacon there, so nice job Eclipse. I was really happy he did that. We were in a bit of strife here. He had some Pharaohs and Swordmasters about to outflank what's left of my Uruk captains and his own Moron infantry here. So he saved that bacon and sort of kept this defense alive, because it was on the verge of crumbling, at least here. And that would allow the attackers to push through over here and make their way towards the Citadel. So we bought ourselves some time here, and right now it's 80-75. See, Mi's Mortal Chosen, when they're surrounded by their own allies, their own troops, they look almost impenetrable. They look super strong. They're nothing like the troops we see that break when they're almost at full strength. You just got to make sure you don't throw them to the wolves on their own. For some reason, they hate fighting alone. I don't get that. I wish I knew why they did that. But Numenor here is gaining control of our right flank. Sauron's Will here is forming up. I'm down to 15 Warrior Captains. All my Olakai are gone. This is my last unit in play. We got one of the Numenor generals right here in the mix as well. I think that's, oh, actually it could be Langoh or Meven's there. Alright, that was my general, I feel. Meanwhile, chosen Moron and Halberds all standing by. We got the Eclipse's Moron infantry here outside the walls. I think the rest of the unit's already inside the walls there. Don't know how that happened. Now there was a bit of a battle here between StormHawk Eclipse and Frodoor Baggins. He enjoyed firing in from time to time. We got Numenor Royal Guard here, looking for an angle here to shoot on our forces. A276 at the moment. Temple Guard being withdrawn there by Eclipse. I'm thinking that this is the point we lost Roy. Numenor's getting control here of our outer defences. No, I was amazed. The Pharaohs and Swordmasters just kept coming. No matter how long we fought them, no matter how many we killed. They seem to be never ending. Now we've got this lone Pharaohs and Swordmaster here. Just sort of facing off with an entire unit of Morgul's Chosen. And at this point I've become the classic couch coach. Voicing my opinion every now and then on the battle. Asking my teammates maybe they should put their units here or here. I try not to overstep my bounds because they can get really annoying really fast and you can turn a friend into an enemy very quickly if you say the wrong things and just don't insert yourself too much. So you've got to be careful there. It becomes a bit of a juggling act. That's me there admitting defeat. Now, in this battle here, we got a fresh unit of Royal Legion of Amentalos. I think it's a fresh unit. No, 31. Okay, so, you know, down the half string, sorry, my bad. And I make the suggestion to StormHawk just to send these Mere Morgul Chosen to reinforce the centre. Because it looks like that's where they're weakest. And I figured that if you just reinforce the centre, that would strengthen this defence and keep it alive longer and do more damage to the Numenorian troops before the final battle up at the Citadel. Because right now we're playing for time, we're trying to do damage, we're trying to get as many kills as we can. And the way you strengthen your force, the way you fight back and get more kills, is to keep your troops in the fight for as long as possible. And it's really good StormHawk sending in his Mere Morgul Chosen here. I reckon this kept this defense alive at least 5 minutes longer. I didn't see Eclipse though withdraw his Temple Guard until now. More on infantry being sent down by Frogie, which is good. Wow, we got some Blackguard here that just surged forth. Took out a few of the Royal Guard there. How many are left? 22. Eclipse trying to save, yeah. This is something he was a bit annoyed with. The Dim Shadowbow shooting into the backs of his Blackguard Barad. Nothing he can do about that. He was really unhappy to see that. But he's still got 118 of them. And I was saying to Eclipse, fire your catapult, take out the Pharaohs and Swordmasters. And we're actually all in the voice chat here, both defenders and attackers. And Eclipse said, "Oh, I was going to," and then Scouts started saying that staying I should fire on them, and you can see right now Frodoor pulling his Pharos of Swordmasters out of there. And I said, "Dude, you were staring at them for 5 minutes." Probably exaggerating, of course, but yeah, you know, that was one of those moments when I think you sort of cross the line as couch coach. You see something, you want your allies to see it too, but because I said something, he pulled out, and Eclipse was denied an opportunity, so that's where I messed up. I'll own that mistake. I let my own frustration get to me there. And right now we are 87 to 81. Yeah, he's just trying. We were actually surprised. My allies were surprised that I was surprised too. That Baggins is still at ammunition at this point. That we all still had ammunition. We're all firing. Still, we've been fighting for at least an hour at this point, an hour and 20 minutes, and we still have ammunition. We've got Temple Guard here trying to fire as well. We've got Doom and Shadowbows firing in up here. I mean, he's getting some great hits on our forces here. And what can we really do? Tell them to spread out? There's no way really to spread out to. There's only so far they can spread out, you know. And unfortunately, Vojtech can't turn and fire his Temple Guard at the enemy. We got here a unit of Numenor Sentinels here, out there, which you'd think would be exposed to the catapult here, but the Eclipse is not firing it just yet. So right now Numenor's plan is just try to wear us down, do some damage. And Langoh is setting up his forces here. Meven still has his Swordmasters pretty much at full strength. Pharos of Swordmasters, you know, 60 there. I said, yeah, 49, 60. Close to full strength there. The Doom Shadowbows looks like still had some ammunition. This guy has his bow out. Yeah, it gets pretty grindy here, so we'll do some cuts every now and then, but for now I probably will leave it at ×2 speed from now on. The Shadowbows here firing, and you know, it's like the perfect arc. I think he's trying to fire here on the Temple Executioners and Eric Captains. He's hitting like 20, 30 troops here all at once with those hits. Eclipse tries, he might just couldn't get his catapult to fire from time to time. You can see him trying to fire it there. Nice shot there from Eclipse. He did get a shot off after all. And that was a great shot too. We've got here Doom Shadowbows coming back again. These guys just won't go away. And they've still got ammunition, and they're reloading. Here they come. I think this catapult will provide some sort of protection, but nope. Black Guard of Frodoor surging forth. We'll slow it down a little bit. We've got AP archers coming in as well. Numenor and steel bows. So we got a big counter attack happening here. We got all javelins firing through. He's trying to fire. Now, Frogie was trying to fire, he said, but these troops, for the most part, just weren't responding to him. We could just suck that up to the enemy troops being too close to our own. There's Langoh's general there, I feel. I don't know if steel boats have any more ammunition that could be out. More Numenor steel bows coming in. Jeez, these guys have ammunition as well. Yep, they do. Let's watch. All javelins 2 from Frogie starting to fire again. Yeah, the catapults there intercepting a lot more arrows than before. That was good to see. We've got troops here trying to return fire. More on archers there. Times 2ing it again. Numenor's not going anywhere. Right now it is 89 to 84. Okay. We had Frodoor withdraw his Phantom Swordmasters, it would seem. I'm not exactly sure why he did that. But Frodoor seized the opportunity there. Now Phantom Swordmasters have like 3 HP. So they can take a lot of hits before they start to go down. But like any unit, once they start to fall, it's kind of like a domino effect. They start to fall very quickly. It's getting them to that point though that can be the real challenge. Yeah, I don't think the Nazgul have yet been committed from StormHawk yet. Okay, we've got another massive counter-attack here. The Blackguard from Frogie are coming in. Now the purpose of doing this was to disrupt the enemy formations, get our own troops in there, knock down the enemy troops while they're on the ground, because that's what the Blackguard are well known for doing. Now it was a gamble because while he's doing this we've got some good fire coming in from the Numenor steel bows. I don't know whose general that was from memory. Seafarers and Numenor firing in. Now trying to blunt our own charge there. All javelins firing to the Seafarers and Numenor. We suggested he sort of focus more on the elites. Just because we felt that they were the bigger threat at this point. Frogie, to his credit, agreed with us and tried to target the Phantom Swordmasters, but the reason he was going for the Seafarers at the time, which makes perfect sense, is that he was trying to shoot on the Phantom Swordmasters right now, but they just weren't responding to it, and so he wanted to try and hit something. And they were going, he could target the Seafarers, and that's why he targeted them. But our forces there wore the storm, and the Blackguard are getting ready for another push. He managed to get some fire here on the Phantom Swordmasters and Numenor Sentinels here. We lost a couple of javelins into the hills, but most of it, as you can see here, cleared it and hit its mark. Yeah, I don't think I said Nazgul there. Oh no, this is Eclipse's general. And you can see here we're pushing Numenor right back down the hill. This has happened like 2 or 3 times. Numenor's pushed us up, we've pushed them back down. That guy down to 136. That is a full unit of Royal Legion right there. Now here I became the classic couch coach, and I said that he should try and reinforce his push here, because I was afraid he was being surrounded right now by Phantom Swordmasters, so I was afraid they were going to break on him, and they did. But, you know, it's just one of those times where you think it's going to help, but, yeah. We were all pretty devastated to see them break. No one intended that to happen. Fearing something happened and actually happening in 2 different things. Right now it's 94 to 89. Now, we still have 1 full unit of Blackguard of Barad-dûr, and it belongs to StormHawk. That was a Mordor general there. And you know, these troops from Void are still just as deadly, whether he's controlling them or not. Okay, Numenor's making their way back to the top of the hill. Alright, back to ×2 speeding here. Here comes Numenor. I was actually pretty impressed with the mere small Turtles of Void. They actually got themselves out of loose formation into tight formation by themselves. And StormHawk was doing this really cool thing with his Blackguard of Barad-dûr. He was pushing and sandwiching and compressing Numenor. We call it the Numenor compressor right here. And then he pulled back. He was like, no, keep the pressure on. But, you know, Storm has his plan. So I just onwards with anticipation at this point. He was just afraid of being outflanked, I think. We've got a couple of units here, Phantom Swordmasters and Sentinels, and maybe he just didn't want to be caught out, or risk being caught out. Eclipse has about half his Urd captains left. And I see Void's infantry here is really stepping up. 96 to 91. In favour of Numenor. Storm just keeping an eye on the battle here. Sometimes 2 speed it. Alright, here we go. Storm's making a move. High coming in now as well. Yeah, I think this is when the Nazgul come into it as well. I actually half wondered how good this was going to be. I was actually pretty nervous. And I was nervous because where he chose to attack, all the voice troops are way over there, you know? So right now, essentially he's fighting alone with his own units. He's got his Blackguard, I think Nazgul, High in this fight. There's a Nazgul coming in right there. Now, right now, Void's troops here are sort of being baited. They're being pulled by the presence of Numenor. I was kind of hoping Numenor will keep up the attack here, because if they're doing that, then Void's troops are moving forwards towards Storms, and that's what we want as the defenders to happen. (97 to 93). Now, I half wondered at first how Storm managed to hold the perimeter that he established, and then the Nazgul here explained that straight away. These guys here can fight off entire armies for a long time before they start to fall. And High doing great as well. Blackguard really kneecapped Numenor's push here. Instead of them fighting across the entire gap, thanks to StormHawk, they're only fighting half the gap up here. Or half the width of this ramp. Which is enabling the Mordor forces to basically gain the upper hand at the top here. Right now it's 97 to 95. Balance of power now in favour of us. Boys, troops here continue to be pulled forward. Nazgul still at 12. I don't think a single one's fallen just yet. (97 to 96). Closing in on the final stages, 97 to 97 right now. Alright. Looks like Storm just lost his general there, but it's all High and Nazgul. They're not going to break on him. Frodoor's withdrawing his no sentinels, or maybe he's just trying to redeploy them. (98 to 97). Okay, the last of the Orc High has fallen. Nazgul here, what are they down to? Jeez, I can't tell. Where's the Nazgul? Trying to see. I'm down to 9. So the 9 walk again. I guess their mates Bill, Bob and Pete were excluded from the club after all. I think it's Eclipse's general there, or is it Frogie's general? Maybe it's Frogie's general. Alright, I think that was the last Numenor general there. It is 98 to 98. We have roughly 1,000 frames to go. Wow, that guy really looks like the Commander Orc. It's the first time I've really noticed an Orc like that. I forget his name. But you know, you all know the kind of Orc he is, the one from Return of the King that led Mordor's armies. It's weird, isn't it? One of the weakest looking Orcs somehow is the leader of the entire army. It looks like with one hand he can do more than any Orc with two. You wouldn't have thought so, how easily Aragorn and Gimli killed him. And I think we are done here, guys. Victorious at 98 to 100, pretty much. 98 to 99. And that is it. So, I remember what I got in the middle there, 1267. I don't remember who that was at 1889, I'm sorry. The names were displayed there before, but I'm sure they'll put it in the description below, please, guys, so you can give yourself credit for where credit's due. And Mordor Army's got 1,191. Second was 959. That's myself in the middle, 1267. And 1,036. And 1889. So our final Mordor army did really, really well. The Numenor players, 4,527, 5,332, and 3,373. So Numenor got a crap ton of kills here on our armies. Okay, our first Mordor army here, Blackguard Barad-dûr, 140, and Nazgul here, 144. Second army here, Orc Javelins, 107, Temple Guard here, 130. Third Mordor army. Is that third? Yeah, it is the third. We got here Sauron's Will 188 and hang on, Sauron's Will 99. Sorry, Olog High 188 and 187. Those were my Olog High. Yeah. So my Olog High were some of my best units today in the fight. Catapult here 118. It's not too bad for a catapult, but not the best. Orc Maulers here 110. Midsmall Chosen 107. Temple Executioners 117. And Blackguard Barad-dûr here, 116. Orc Maulers 122. Royal Infantry 111. Sauron's Will 101. Lord on Guard 136 and 135. Orc Javelins 129 and Temple Guard here 184. And I can't show you the kill counts for Numenor players, just the Mordor armies. And so thank you to Eclipse 2500 for inviting me to be part of this scenario. It was an awesome battle. It was a lot of fun to be a part of. Thank you. And also thank you to all the players as well. You all did great, guys. Well done. If you want to see your own Reforged replays featured here on this channel, guys, or any of your other Total War replays as well, you can send them here to my email at scoutsentertainment@gmail.com. You can post them to me directly on the Discord via my Discord ID, or you can join my Discord server at Scouts Reconnaissance, where you can post your replays into the Battle Replay sub-channel you will find there. This is Micka on behalf of Scouts Entertainment signing off, dismissed my fellow Scouts. Catch you in the next Total War battle.